well, let me tell you that getting around might be a bit complicated. Move around in many different ways, but probably the best idea if you want to save money. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We are on Lake Como today, a wonderful destination, one of the most beautiful destinations in the world, so much loved by travelers. And I've decided to share my best tips for you whenever you're planning a trip here. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss anything new. And now if you've done it, we can begin. The thing number one that you should consider is the length of your stay here, because Lake Como is actually pretty big. By the way, did you know that it is also the deepest in Italy? Anyway, it has this particular shape of an upside-down letter Y, and it is really difficult to see everything that it has to offer in just one stay. So you have to decide whether you are staying for 1 day, for 2 days or longer, and I would recommend you to choose the particular part of the lake that you want to explore. It could be Varenna or Bellagio or any other wonderful town, because there are numerous picturesque and charming towns all around the lake. So choose the place where you want to stay and explore there, because unless you want to stay for a week or so, I would recommend you to stick to one part. Another tip for you is to how to move around Lake Como when you are here. You can absolutely drive around. Consider that driving all around the lake will take you at least 2 hours if you're not stopping anywhere. But the most complicated part of having a car here is the parking, because it might be really difficult to find a car park, a free car park, especially during the peak season. Then there are of course the trains and train connections. There are numerous train connections. They are available between different little towns, and most importantly, you can get here by train from Milan, for example, or from any other big city in Lombardy. Also, you can take a ferry, and taking a ferry is probably the most charming way to explore the lake, because you can see it from the water, you will avoid the crowds of people, and you will enjoy all this beauty. I will also leave you a link in the description box where you can find the best deals for Lake Como and for visiting Lake Como and moving around. For example, you can get a joint ticket for train and a ferry and visit numerous towns from it. The package called the Treasures of Lake Como allows you to take the train from any part of Lombardy, get to Varenna, and take a ferry from there to Bellagio, Menaggio, Lecco, and many other wonderful destinations for only 26 euros for a day. So yeah, you can definitely move around in many different ways, but maybe combining the train with ferry would be the best idea ever. My tip number 3 for you guys is to how to save money on accommodation. And you might be like, what? I know Lake Como can get very expensive, especially during peak season, but here's my secret for you. You can actually not stay on Lake Como. You can stay in Milan or Monza, for example, and get here for a day or 2 by train. And that would be probably the best idea if you want to save money. By the way, Monza, for example, is an absolutely lovely little town near Milan, and you can explore numerous destinations from there. And if you haven't seen my vlog from Monza, I will leave you a link up here so you can check it out. It is absolutely beautiful, and also you will save lots and lots of money, because finding accommodation here will cost you a lot. Also guys, if you want even more tips on how to save money while traveling in Italy, check out my Patreon page. I will leave you the link in the description. Follow it and subscribe to get weekly travel tips, travel itineraries, best hotel deals, best restaurants, viewpoints, best beaches, best summer food, whatever you can imagine. I share my best tips, my secret places there, and all the information that doesn't make it into my videos. So check it out and join me there. I will be so happy to see you. My next tip, guys, is that when you are visiting Lake Como, you should think carefully about the timing. The peak season here is pretty long, and it runs from April all throughout October, and there could be lots and lots of people. The main touristy towns are very, very crowded during summer. It's June now, and well, let me tell you that getting around might be a bit complicated. So I personally would recommend you to visit it around April or maybe May or even October, because the weather would still be amazing, but there won't be as many people and you will be able to enjoy it a little bit more. Still, guys, even if you're visiting it during summer, you can enjoy this absolute beauty. Guys, I mean, look, it's stunning, and it's stunning all throughout the year. So you can totally visit it and make the most out of your trip. And if you want to know how, make sure to watch my vlog from Lake Como. I have just uploaded it this week, so I will leave you a link up here. Go check it out, and I will share how to find your piece of tranquility in the middle of the Lake Como's chaos. Last but not least, guys, if you are visiting Lake Como, especially if you are visiting during the peak season, make sure to book everything in advance. There are numerous amazing villas around the lake and you'll want to visit them because they have these mesmerizing gardens. And if you want to visit them, make sure to book your tickets, because sometimes you will have to book your tickets as early as a few weeks in advance. And yeah, well, you know, I'm a planner, so I love planning my trips in advance, and I would highly recommend you to check out their websites, to check out their opening hours, and if possible, book your tickets so that you know that you can visit anytime you want. Also, the same concerns the restaurants. I would highly recommend you to make reservations for dinner, because you will see that there are lots of people, and imagine all of them wanting to have dinner at the same time, probably in one of not so many restaurants if you're staying in a small town. So make sure to book your table, make sure to book your tickets so that you don't end up disappointed. And that's it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that these tips were useful for you, especially if you're planning a trip to Lake Como. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell button down below so you don't miss anything new, and as always, like, comment and share this video with your friends. Thank you so much for being here, and please enjoy your day.